Hey, what's going on? This is the Melanated Anime Club. It's your boy Zheryk. We are back. Let me bring everyone to the screen. What's up, everyone? It's me, Matt, and Wes. We are the Melanated Anime Club. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for coming to get some culture, you fucking weebs. Let's do this. How are y'all doing this week?
So aggressive this morning.
I am aggressive mostly.
You're right.
It's fine.
Yeah, we love you for it. It's just wasn't expected for the viewers, you know.
Yeah. So, what's going on, guys? How are y'all?
It's a bright and sunny Saturday morning, almost afternoon. Yeah, I'm enjoying myself.
It's about to. It's like super hot up here. We're in the middle of what's about to kick off a heat wave.
Heat wave.
Have fun with that.
Yeah, it's about to like not get under, I think, like 90 degrees for the next like 2 weeks.
Oh, not good. We just had a hurricane, tornadoes.
Yeah, tornado right in our neighborhood.
You guys had tornado-like winds. You guys didn't have real tornadoes.
No. We had a literal tornado.
Did you guys really? Like it touched down in Chicago?
Trees were uprooted all through Rogers Park. Like,
yeah, it went from the corner of Jarvis and Clark straight to the lake, but it touched down there. But like it started all the way over in like off of McCormick.
Damn.
Yeah. That's NOAA confirmed. 2020 just keeps on keeping on. A real tornado in the city of Chicago.
Just in our neighborhood.
Yep.
That's crazy. We had an earthquake, but like nothing really
happened.
North
Carolina.
No, North Carolina had an earthquake and like a tropical storm hit it.
Right?
But we do have 2 forest fires.
Nice.
And there's a rumor that a landslide's about to happen. So
you should go for the trifecta and put it all on California falling off and becoming an island.
Nah, I'm gonna put my money on Florida before California on that one.
Okay, that makes sense.
It's easier for a peninsula to break off than
exactly. Plus, especially because it's just like all that underneath is just being eaten away, and it's just going to go away anyway.
Yeah.
Florida, who needs it?
All right. Well, I feel like this is a good place for this.
Yeah, that pretty much. Yep.
Cool. So this is going to be a different week because we talk about this all the time about wanting to do an episode when there's an off week of One Piece. We have it. We're here and we're doing it, and we ain't got much for you.
Right.
But
that's enough.
But we do. And one of the things I really want to bring up is it's a really good time for like video games like right now. I've been just playing a shitload of betas and demos this weekend, and I've been loving it. I've been playing the Marvel's Avengers demo. Not really anime related, but it is fun. And then
they made an anime of it.
Yeah, like when y'all gotten to the point where y'all can do multiplayer mode missions yet?
I'm playing right after that fight with Abomination.
Okay, so you have a little bit to go. Yeah. Like, did you wait? So you got Jarvis then?
Yeah, I got Jarvis.
And if you set him up, so essentially you get Jarvis, you set him up, he sends you on one more mission, and then after that you can.
Got it.
I haven't done the one more mission.
So do that, and then we can play around. I actually am very excited. I've really been enjoying playing as Black Widow of all of them right now. She's probably my favorite. I'm also What's up?
On the bridge, she was the most confusing to me.
No, on the bridge for sure, but like once you kind of get in and start like leveling up your characters and stuff, and you can build them a little bit more the way you want to. Like, I like her a lot. She's really good at like, there's a bunch of shit going on, like pop in, pop, and then pop back out, which is how I play MMOs and stuff. And then Kamala Khan is also like a lot of fun. I mean, they're all fun in their own ways. I think like surprisingly, Iron Man is my least favorite, who is like my most favorite Avenger.
I didn't like him that much.
The controls for him were just like a little too clunky for me. Like the fight didn't really feel well. Like I didn't like it.
Mind you, everything that I've played as him in the beta so far, and I haven't like, and he's the one I've probably played the least. He's too compact. It's all like too tight for you to use as flight mechanics, and it does feel like when you can do flying stuff, it's like a lot of fun. But it's just like everything is so small that you can't really do anything with it. That being said, it's fun. I can't wait to play with you guys later on, and I just keep having the thought of like, man, if I get to play this as T'Challa, like how dope would that be? Because like, I think his style, Black Panther, I feel like his style would be like right where I'd want to play as Speed and like Melee, which is me.
I think it'd be a cross between Black Widow and Captain America.
Yeah, you didn't really get to play as Cap too much, so I
really. I really enjoyed that when I was playing with him.
I didn't take the time. So between you and me, you can't play as Thor and you can't play as Captain America, and I did not take enough time to enjoy their gameplay. But mind you, I didn't really care for Thor's gameplay. So
his gameplay was all right. I liked it.
It was all right. Exactly.
You're throwing the hammer around. That's what it is.
Yeah. If anything, the cool thing about him was calling the hammer back. That was like.
I like hitting people with the hammer as I call it back. You just got to aim it the right way.
Well, it's just like, oh, you see somebody's charging at, like a group of 3 charging at you. You can just throw your hammer and take out one of them, and then like punch out the second one, and then call it back, and the third guy will get taken out, and it's all like pretty. That aspect of it is cool.
That is very cool.
I really wish that there was a way. At least it's probably not explained clearly or anything, but I wish there was a way to do like Ultimate Alliance style, like super finisher
combo moves.
Yeah, like if you're Captain America and I'm Iron Man, and I shoot my unibeam at your shield, something cool should happen.
And then it goes off. Yeah, that'd be cool.
They even teased it at like that beginning and that opening thing where Thor and Iron Man were going together.
Yep.
And it was like a cutscene, but it wasn't in game. So yeah, that was that. And then of course I've been playing the Tony Hawk demo. Like legit reminds me of when like my sister got the demo disc for her PlayStation, and it's just the one level as Tony Hawk. It's that. It's
just think about that. It used that one level just on that disc.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's like 4 other game demos, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just remember that was the one that I was like, oh, no, I don't care about Xenogears or whatever. Like, Tony Hawk, dude.
Those PlayStation.
It was Tony Hawk and X-Men Mutant Academy was on there. Those are the 2 that I was playing. But that's another story. But I've been playing like that, those 2 minutes of Tony Hawk. So like each time you play and like unlock and like get like scores and stuff, you'll get $5 like in your account that hopefully transfers to like the real game. But I'm like, I've got like $100 on just playing like that version over and over again. And you only can play as Tony Hawk, and it's like it's the warehouse level. It's the same exact level as the same exact dude that I played.
The preview for it.
Yeah.
He went from showing the pixelated, which I can't even believe I used to play that and thought that was amazing.
No, that was cutting
pixelated version. Yeah, right. Pixelated version, and then they cut over to the new thing, and it's like that's a person.
Yeah, it's
a real person.
Oh, you gotta love how they play on the nostalgia.
Yeah, it's 100% nostalgia, but like they've made just small touches to make it feel like a modern game a little bit more. Like there's not like that weird animation of you like getting back up after you bail. It's just kind of you like digitally reverse back to where you were, but like you'd still break your combo and stuff. And it's still fun because like it adds the reverts and manuals and like the stuff that comes into later Tony Hawk games. So it's really just like you're doing like, and it's fun because like you know that there's challenges you can see. Like playing it, I'm like, wait, isn't there supposed to be like SKATE? Like I was like trying to remember that run, like where the secret tape is. You have to jump over. Like all of that stuff is still there. Just like none of the challenges are there. So it's like, oh, that's kind of frustrating. But you're literally just skating, just playing for 2 minutes in there, trying to get like your highest combos, your highest scores or whatever.
Oh, it's just a 2-minute run?
It's a 2-minute run. Just run it infinitely. I don't know if you can. I think it's for pre-order exclusive. I think it'll be available next week for you. Or I think it's available on Epic Games if you're a PC player too.
Okay.
But it was like a pre-order exclusive time thing. I don't know. It's like the Marvel beta. How last week you can only do it if you're a pre-order, but this week and next week we can all jump in.
Oh, so if you, that's why that. Okay, got it. Yeah.
So like last week was PS4 closed beta. This week is PS4 open beta, PC, Xbox closed beta, and the next week's open beta for everyone. So, all right, and then I guess that kind of brings me to talking about video games. I've been playing Dragon Ball Fighters for this year, like pretty much. I've been playing it. It's like growing up as a kid, I was never allowed to play like first-person shooters or like gun games. So Street Fighter was my shit. Like Mortal Kombat had blood, so I couldn't play that. But Street Fighter didn't, and I could play Street Fighter. I played Street Fighter, King of Fighters, Samurai Showdown. You give me any kind of 2D fighter from that era, I probably played it. But the pinnacle of fighting games, and even to this day, I don't think anything has gotten better than Marvel vs. Capcom 2. It was smooth, it was arcadey, it was fun, it was frantic. It was like you can take the time and learn your super intricate combos, but you also could have a good fighting chance against somebody who's just button mashing. But you weren't ever like fucked because someone was button mashing. You could always learn and get around it. I thought it was perfect balance of fun and just craziness.
Were you one of those guys that just hung out at the arcade by that game?
No, that was too expensive. I was the guy who had a Dreamcast and a burned copy of the game and played that for hours and hours.
Same.
The Dreamcast.
The people who would just stay there and just play.
If I was at an arcade, that was probably what I was doing. But at the same time, if I was at an arcade, and Marvel vs. Capcom 2 was out, I would turn around and see, all right, there's like a 10-person line to play this one, but I can go play, Primal Rage or
my favorite thing to do with that. Like interrupt someone in the middle of their like climb in Marvel vs. Capcom and then just beat them real quick and take their place. It was like my favorite thing to do.
Oh man, like my thing was like Marvel vs. Capcom 2. So there was like a couple of different arcades that like I kind of had in my neighborhood. There was like Fun Asia, or I think it was Mount Asia or Fun Asia. I don't remember what it was called, but essentially it was just like the kid-friendly one. There's bumper boats, and there was like rides, and there was like mini golf. And then I remember I forget the name of the mall. It's like the mall in Irving, Texas. They had like an arcade that was in there, but it was like modeled after the Japanese style arcades. So you had your sit down cabinets, where like if you're playing with someone, you weren't on the same machine. You guys were like back to back with your own machine. And that one had this crazy like Dragon Ball Z fighter that was entirely in Japanese. I had no idea what was going on, but me and my friend Mitch, we used to play it all the time. But Marvel vs. Capcom 2 was that game. And I also got into Street Fighter 3 for a while around there too. But the reason I keep on talking about how great Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is because it's a 3-on-3 fighter. But Dragon Ball Fighters essentially takes that and kind of Guilty Gears it a little bit. Like I really like the Guilty Gear fighting game series as well. So it's the guys who made those. It's really animated. It's like really beautifully done. But it still has that really fast-paced arcadey 3 versus 3 tag in, tag out action. And it kind of has that same thing of, you can get like really, really hyper specific and learn like your super combos and how to, super into someone else's super into someone else's super into, if you have your bars filled up and stuff, like it can get like real silly. Like Fighters is a little simplified on some of the stuff, but it ultimately makes for like a good and even kind of gameplay experience. And the simplification is kind of what justifies it to let a Krillin be able to hold his own against like a Majin Buu. You know what I mean? Right. So it's fine. It's fun. But there's something about it that's just like really captivating and really absorbing a lot of time about it. And we're in the middle of season 3. They've released, they did the release of a second character for season 3. After a lot of hype, we got what essentially was like the 5th version of Goku that we've gotten in that game. But it was Ultra Instinct Goku, so it was just like super cheap Goku.
Which means super cheap in general. Like,
well, I mean, yeah, I don't know.
Instant, yeah.
Like GT Goku is my favorite Goku. If you really know how to play him and get him, if you know how to play him, get his bars maxed out, like to where he has all 7 like power bars filled up. He's the only one left, and he's in red. If you do his ultimate finisher, everyone's fucked. He goes Super Saiyan 4. Like you have to do like all these parameters to do it, but it's like it's awesome. And
when you pull it off, it's so satisfying, right?
Exactly. And then my go-to is, like I said, I'm not particularly good. I don't have the time I did when I was younger just to like absorb into it. So when I go online, I just get wrecked like all the time.
See, that's why I avoid fighting games in general, because I never want to put in the time to get like online good. Like I'll get like playing against my friends good, but now like playing against randoms online that like all they do is play this game to get to the top. I'm just like, I'm not gonna ruin my good time by just getting beat every single time. It's just never worth it.
The fun thing about that though, especially with fighters, is again, I'm not particularly good at this game, but there's one skill I've gotten down very good, and that is getting myself beat up and then switching out bodies as Captain Ginyu within like the last like quarter of my life bar. I've gotten real good at that, and I've literally just pissed off people that are so much better than me.
I mean, so Captain Ginyu have a special ability or something?
What are you?
Do you not remember Captain Ginyu's special venue?
Captain Ginyu has one thing going for him. He's the leader. Well, guess two. One, he's the leader of the Ginyu Force, so he's got like 5 dudes got his back. But his secret power is that he can change bodies with whoever. Do you not remember?
Oh, right. Yeah, you remember when he switched bodies with Goku, and then he tried to switch bodies with Vegeta, and then ended up in a frog?
So I do that. I do that, but it's like that happens, and like I'm going at somebody who's like hit, and I don't. He's got like a lot of like points and can just fuck me up. I have no idea what I'm doing as hit, but I can go in there and just combo real fast and destroy my weak ass Ginyu, because I know hit more than you know Ginyu. Like that's the secret. But the thing is, tomorrow they're doing a big live stream conference, and they're going to do a big. They keep calling it the roadmap for fighters. So what that could be a lot of things. I mean, probably going to be like an announcement of like the remainder of DLC that we're supposed to get, maybe even an announcement of a future season. But one of like the interesting rumors I've been seeing online is that they may be fighters-ing another anime franchise, shonen franchise. And I would like to take a few moments to kind of conceptualize and talk through a couple of ones that I think would be great fits.
Okay. I can think of one.
The obvious one.
You cover it.
Is Yu Yu Hakusho.
Oh, yes.
Yu Yu Hakusho fighters. Yeah. To me, that's the only one that really makes sense. They have enough different styles. You can literally just do a dark tournament game or
in that series. Like, there's so many chances.
Yeah. You can remake some storyline where Sensui comes back and is now hosting or not even like you do a demon dark tournament or in the demon realm. Sensui can be in there now because he's like ascended to. I mean, he's dead, but like you guys know what's up.
Yeah.
Like, you make him work. You can make all of like the greatest hits of Yu Yu Hakusho villains. Like, it'd be fun as fuck to play as Byakko. Like, he's gonna fucking get wrecked, but just like Tiger Man. Like,
why not?
That could be a lot of fun. And then, I mean, obviously, if you just take Jump Force as a whole and just modify it to like a 2D fighter as compared to that shitty 3D fighter that every anime game is.
I mean 3D fighters are nice, but I think the engines need to be changed.
You're right. I feel like it's been the same game since like the GameCube, since like that Naruto game for the GameCube.
Right. No, it is. It is the same game. It's just Naruto or
let's Dragon Ball. One Piece on it, or let's map My Hero Academia on it. Let's map One Punch Man on it. It's the same thing. You're right. Burning Blood is the One Piece version, and that's like the same game. Is it Strikers? Is that the Naruto one?
It'll be Strikers, yeah.
Is that the one that's the fighting game? That's a 3-on-3, so that's not the same one. There was a game on the GameCube that was just one.
Oh, it was I don't want to get the name wrong, but I remember
I was working at Toys R Us up in that demo.
And like we had to use like a special like translator just to use it like on a US GameCube. Like, you had to go through a whole bunch of shit just to play this game.
That's what's up. But yeah,
Bloody Roar.
Bloody Roar was a different game, and that was also fantastic. That was like Animorphs, the fighting game. But what other anime do you think? What's up?
They had One Piece on GameCube.
Yeah,
I mean that makes sense considering
One Piece has been on everything since the PlayStation, bro. Like One Piece has been around
forever,
and they've been having games for it that never came to America.
I'm
looking at some of them.
There was a whole series of, was it Battle Dawn, DON, Dragon Ball, One Piece, Naruto? And they had at least like 3 or 4 games in that series.
News to me.
Yeah. All right. So, what animes do you think could be adapted into solid team-based 2D fighters?
Well,
like, now that I think about it more, Hunter x Hunter also would fit, and we could even do fuck, I forgot the name of. Is it Tagashi?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like a Tagashi super world where it's like Yu Yu Hakusho beats Hunter x Hunter.
That would be fun.
Because like that'd be a good mix of characters with powers and abilities. That would be a fun mix. Because then you could throw like. Go ahead.
Mine's Bleach.
Yeah. Bleach
Didn't we already have a 2D fighter out like years ago?
It wasn't.
Did it?
I feel like it was for the Wii.
Oh Lord, that don't count.
It was for the who?
I think it was for either GameCube or Wii, if I remember correctly.
Yes, the Wii.
It's in the back of my mind. I never played it, or maybe I played it once. I might have played it at like an anime convention or something. That's probably what it was.
Yeah, there's a long history of anime 2D fighters that never got released in America.
PlayStation 2, DS. Cube. That's in Japanese. Yep. It was only released in Japan. There it goes.
Yeah, I played it at like an anime convention in the game at some point. That's what it was.
That might be what I've seen people online playing when I don't recognize the game and there's Japanese characters. It's a ROM of an old game.
Oh, dude, there's again, like we could do a whole special on weird 2D Japanese fighting games that never got released in America. I forget which one. I forget what it's called, but there's one that's literally like they took like the cast and plot of Les Mis, like the musical about the French Revolution, and like turned it into a 2D fighter, and like Javert is like a robot boss. There's like a Robo Javert. It's wild.
Wait, hold on. They took Les Miserables and made it a fighting game?
A 2D fighting game.
I don't want to believe this is real. I don't.
I do because
I'm just choosing it. I'm just choosing to like block myself off.
I mean, that's healthy. That's healthy. Do that.
Okay. It's called Arm Joe.
Arm Joe?
It's called Arm Joe because Les Miserables in French is Arme Joe, which is Arm Joe.
All right.
All right. Well,
learn something new every day, guys.
Yeah.
Crazy 2D fighting games. All right. Well, yeah. So I think that's kind of a fun thing about fighters. If you're into that game on PlayStation,
I just chose not to do it because I'm not going to play online. So it's like I can play through the story mode and enjoy it for like a day and a half, and then that's it for me.
You won't enjoy it that long. That's not a fun story mode.
Oh wow! Wait, see, even more reason not to get it.
Like the first, so there's like 3 parts of the story mode, and like I got to the 3rd story mode, and then it got to a point where it's like I'm stuck just being Android 16 and 18, and like, you know, in a fighter where it's 3v3, I only have 2 people, and I have to like just grind the same clones right now, and it's like each time I'm like, because it's like the thing is I'm at the point where I'm like gonna go up to the final boss, but every time I feel like I'm getting close. I have to like start over another like bullshit, and so I just quit playing the story mode. But I do have a couple friends that play fighters and like matchmaking shit on the way that they do it there. But I'll meet up with a couple friends and play them every now and then still. So yeah, that's fighters, and that's that segment. All right.
Okay. Moving on.
He got the COVID.
Oh no, he's been real careful. I hope he didn't get the COVID.
Can't get COVID. I don't leave this house.
I mean, it's crazy, but if you get people to bring stuff to you, people might be bringing COVID into your house.
No one brings anything to me. They leave it outside.
Okay.
And even if they do somehow get inside and they're like, oh, he's opened the gate and I can just go all the way up to him. It's like, no, door stays shut. You can put it there. Thank you.
That's funny. Really? Even your weed deliveries?
No, I go out to see them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You got to venture out at some point.
Yeah. Because dispensaries, you go to see them.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, the dispensary and the grocery store.
It's
but I might go surfing this week.
They're vigilant about it too. Like, I mean, you already had to predetermine what time you were going to go there, but there's distance. Everyone's in a mask. Even in fact, I saw a guy cough into his and just replace it. And they've got like, multiple.
Okay.
It was a paper one, but still. And they also have like multiple stations for sanitation and stuff like that. But yeah, vigilant.
I mean, they are.
But I am in the period now where if I do have it, this is when I would get it, because I went to a memorial service at a bar this past Sunday. However, that bar has very strict rules of operation. So like if you're standing up and not sitting down, you must wear a mask. If you're sitting down, you must wear a mask unless you're eating or drinking.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, and they had like 4 stations for like hand sanitizer. They all smelled amazing. They like added their own essential oils.
The dispensaries have some of like the best smelling, like the softest hands afterwards. Like, like some of the best quality hand sanitizers.
I was just like, yo, it's all natural and organic. It was great. Yeah,
you feel like the coolness of the hand sanitizer, but it smells like cucumber melon. But like it's some kind of CBD hand sanitizer. I don't know. Yep. It's fucking fantastic.
And then your hands just all feel like nummy and stuff. It's nice. What? Sure. What's wrong with? There's nothing wrong with nummy hands.
I guess. I mean, I don't think I've experienced that unless anyway, not gonna get into that.
I'm not saying I'm seeking it out. I'm just saying there's nothing like nummy hands. And it was nice.
You mean cool hands?
No, nummy hands.
Oh.
I'm just going to let you have nummy hands.
Yeah, we're going to
let you
have that. You keep that one.
Okay. Anyway, this week I decided to do something new. Well, not new, but new to me. I've always been a fan of the Pokemon games. I played like every single generation, almost every single game. I think I've missed like maybe like 2 or so. But this week I decided to do the Nuzlocke Challenge. And for those of you who don't know what the Nuzlocke Challenge is, it was created by this artist like years ago who decided, I want to make Pokemon games just a little bit harder. And he made a comic strip to like go along with his journey. And he had this Nuzlocke that he drew as like John Locke from Lost. So that was like a recurring gag character that we get Nuzlocke from.
That's where it comes from. Okay.
I'll post the link later so you can read it if you want. It's a fun read. So pretty much in the Nuzlocke Challenge, to make Pokemon games harder, you can only catch the first Pokemon that you get into any area you go into. Any route, you can only catch the first Pokemon you encounter. And it forces you to like use Pokemon that you wouldn't normally use, making the game a little harder that way. And if a Pokemon faints, you have to consider it dead and release it into the wild so that you can't use it anymore. So you have to be more strategic. You got to grind a little more to make sure your Pokemon just does not die. Unless then you just got to replace it with hopefully something else good you find along the way. So
when you say like the first Pokemon you see in a region, is that what you said?
So like, you know, in the Pokemon games, you have like route, like all the routes you go through. Okay. So like, route 102, like the first Pokemon you find in that route that like you find in the tall grass, that's your opportunity to catch it. If you kill it, you don't. That's it. You have to wait till you get to the next route. And these are all imposed rules, by the way.
I know, and it's you can still find route. Can't catch them.
Say again.
You can fight them, you just can't catch them.
Yeah, you can fight and grind all you want, but like you can't catch them.
Okay. It's like a Bass Pro series for Pokemon.
I'm not sure how Bass Pro would come into play.
You only keep your select ones, like you have a certain amount, and if they're under certain, you throw them out. And it's very specific, but there are specific rules to fishing. That's all.
Like catch and release rules and stuff. Yeah.
It's a little more restricted. So like one particular area, one route, you can only catch the first one in there, and hopefully it's something good, and you just have to train it up. But like,
when you say route, is that when they mean like the numbers like 104, 132? Mm-hmm. Okay, is that like a full like block of like just Pokemon?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
And another added feature, you have to nickname every Pokemon so that you grow more attached to it. So that when it dies, you're just like, oh, not Billy the Bulbasaur, no.
You name your Bulbasaur Billy?
No, I just came up with that on the spot. I did have a Blaziken named Ace, just because.
Fire Fist, yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
That checks out. I mean, but like, so if you can only catch like Pokemon that you like the first encounter you meet in like in a region, then like, I mean, I guess you're playing like a good like chunk of the game with only like with less than 6 Pokemon in your group for a while. Then
yeah, so like each route or area. So if you like go into a cave or something, like that's considered another area, and you still catch the first Pokemon there. So there's like still plenty.
Wouldn't that cave be like Cave 001?
No,
like
Mount Moon from Gen 1.
Right.
That wasn't a route, but like that's still considered an area where you can interact with Pokemon.
So like when you're like, so let's say like you're in Mount Moon, like first floor, that's a region. Go to the second floor. Is that a new region, or are you still
Mount Moon itself?
Man, so you're going to be stuck with like a shitload of Pidgeys. You're stuck with like a shitload of Pidgeys at the beginning, then.
Yeah.
Or like like, if we're talking Gen 1, I don't really know.
Yeah, no. Let's do Gen 1 just for the sake of like nostalgia and remembering all that. So let's say you go on route to Viridian City. You're only going to catch like a Rattata or a Pidgey at first.
Right.
And you just got to choose. You just got to build that up as strong as you can because you don't get many Pokemon. So, and I just like the fact that like I have like favorite Pokemon that like I always use. So like this will be a challenge for me to like use Pokemon that I'm not truly familiar with or like wanted to play with. Just so I have to strategize more and yeah, just Pokemon hard mode for those that need a little challenge. Nice. And you should read the Nuzlocke comics because they are pretty funny.
So it's like a whole series of like webcomics that kind of explain the challenge you're doing.
Yeah.
It's like it tells a story because it's unique Pokemon for every single person with unique names, and it's just like, oh no.
Yeah, there are plenty of Pokemon that have like documented their Nuzleaf challenges, like not Nuzleaf, Nuzlocke challenges this way, and they're pretty fun to like watch. Like I saw a video earlier this week that like inspired me to do it. Like this animator on Facebook like animated her whole journey through the Hoenn region, and it was 17 minutes of just me looking at my phone, like smiling because it was like so fun.
That's cool.
So yeah, that's what I'll be doing. If I find a way to stream it, I will. But you know, we'll see what happens. I still have to choose which version I'm gonna do. So that's the challenge because I have to erase an old game, and that's hard. Even though I haven't played some of those in years, it's like I put in like 100 hours into this game, but if I haven't played it in years, I just have to rationalize myself that like it's fine. So like delete it and move on.
No, yeah, dude, absolutely.
But yeah, that's what I got so far. That's what's going on with me. I'm gonna be playing Pokemon for like 100 hours at some point.
Nice. What? Oh Lord, no.
I mean, spread over time.
Yo, I just
I've played some video games that long, so yeah.
I just finished Yakuza 5 because I've been powering through all the Yakuza games, and at the end of it, I think I had 93 hours put into 5 alone. So then I'm about to start. I'm about to start 6. I'm about to start. I just started. We're gonna be playing this Avengers beta, but I just had a friend. Actually, you know Matt, you know Kenny. I don't know if you know Kenny West, Kenny the Bearded, but
I don't think so.
He just got his PlayStation back, and he got us a couple copies of Elder Scrolls Online. So
yeah, it's free this month.
It's free this month, but I think it's like less than $8 for like it past this month, so we can just kind of play it indefinitely. So he picked a little lizard boy, and I'm a dark elf, and we're just running around. I'm like level 3, but that's kind of fun.
I always pick Redguard in Elder Scrolls just because I want to be brown.
No, I get it. But like dark elves are like brown and magic, you know?
Yeah, fair.
All right. That's a good place for this. All right. And cool. So, Matt, is there anything you wanted to go over before I get into my bullshit?
Let's get into your bullshit because we shouldn't. Yeah, I'm still setting up.
Okay, cool. Wait, what are you setting up for?
He doesn't want to tell us. He hasn't.
You didn't have a segment. What are you setting up for?
Nothing.
Just go ahead, Z.
All right.
He's gonna play the game.
All right, hold on. Then let me get this all pulled up here. All right, what is the best way to do this? I'm trying to figure it out.
Screen share, maybe?
No, I get that, but I'm like, just make sure that these images load up in the first place before I screen share anything. Cool. So what I'm loading up now, and hopefully this all loads up well because I'm trying to avoid any of like the goofier pictures because, you know, when you go and travel places, not every picture is a winner. And also looks like not every picture will fucking load. What is happening here?
What are you snickering at? What is happening?
You're just laughing at me.
No, that wasn't you. I could tell.
He's watching. Oh, he's watching something else. Okay, cool.
Okay.
What are you reading? What are you chuckling about, Matt? Don't give us that air. You know better.
Yeah.
Okay. So, all right. Well, since you're still getting ready, I can actually probably now show it then.
Okay.
Because I'm ready.
All right. Cool. And my thing loaded up too, so I mean, hey, we can go either way.
Age before beauty. Go ahead, Matt.
So, ready?
Oh,
Let's do it. Oh shit! This is Tank Dick.
No, you didn't. Oh no.
Shows no explosive content. Device is not identifiable. They're like plates of bioplastic. Well, I don't see how they can harm us.
That's not what they said. What?
Those subtitles are so wrong. And there it is. Just inflatable anti-tank dildos.
This is
Oh
it. Shit, this is real.
finally showed it us. This has been building for weeks.
I got
I've never seen anything like them. I'm so excited.
Blonde.
You did your thing, so now get down.
got him.
Seems that our encounter with them has come to a suitable climax.
Pressure reactive biomemory.
Climax. That was the joke there. Okay.
Don't worry, they're programmed to deflate back down once they've done their job.
Do all Jesus' turtles away?
It's simple to reactivate them. They can jump up anytime.
Keep them down with a nice cold shower. Why not see if your girlfriends can help? Bye-bye. Sorry we can't stay. We got work to do.
What now, Lieutenant? Go after them. They're getting away. Yeah, but how, Lieutenant? Any way you can. The tank police doesn't let criminals escape. I am.
Okay.
Well, that was real.
So that was like 10 dick jokes in like 2 minutes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Not only was that real, but that wasn't at all like I expected it to.
Right?
I was expecting more serious anime for some reason.
Wait, what?
I don't know, man.
You were serious?
I was expecting it to be more serious for some reason.
What do you consider a serious anime?
I figured it was like an Akira kind of tone, like
Oh,
like a Macross, like
it.
that type of vibe. The way you were describing it, you made it seem like it's like a post-apocalyptic world.
It's just.
Was it not
No, I mean, you're right. No, you got me. You got me right. You're right.
Dystopian.
You're right. It's just like
Why is your post-apocalyptic devoid of happiness?
I don't know, man. Like I
Post-apocalypse?
wasn't expecting like when you said there's like tank armies and people getting exploded by like inflatable penises.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting cat girls. You never said cat girl anywhere in that description.
I
Like,
don't
that
know. Cat girls. Those
You
are
want
cat
cat girls.
Yeah.
one of them said Nyan.
True. But I did say blonde girls.
Blonde. There was that was in there.
Wow, I can't.
Now,
That game is in my mind now.
Do you think that Warren's telling your son to change the channel? Thank you. That's enough. Yeah. No, I win.
What age?
20s? No. 19.
No.
Thank you.
Yeah. For 19-year-old, that's like, what are you watching this childish shit for?
At 19, you see your son watching that, you just walk right out the room. It's just like,
come on, you can look at real.
That option's there. You would think that option's there. Just walk away. Like,
I would just be like, you know what? You're 19. You can look at real animated titties. You don't need to be watching like
those still scrambled, man. Those were still scrambled for some odd reason.
I can't believe I know this now.
Well, I can't wait to
Dominion
Tank Police.
Yeah. Well, you have to do a watch long recap. That's like
that was the second episode of 4.
That's your spinoff. Your spinoff is you're gonna do a watch along of that series.
I need to, because there's 2 of them, and this is only in the second episode, and I don't remember the rest of this because I was told to not watch it.
That's great. We're all gonna have our own little spinoffs right on the channel after this. So hey, cool. So this is what I've been working on. So as we talked about, I went to Japan in 2018, January. If you want to see my exploits, you can go on Instagram, #Japanuary 2018. I don't think anyone else was really doing anything with that hashtag. People were doing that in 2019. That's not me. So, but 2020, I think I'm the only person that was having stuff up at the time, or 2019, at 2018. Jesus.
Oh.
All right. And one of the things was at the end of last month, due to this pandemic and everything, the owners of Tokyo Tower and the owners of One Piece kind of made an agreement that they were going to end the One Piece amusement park that's within the Tokyo Tower, belovedly known as One Piece Tower, that little area. So I'm a super fan. I really got into it, and I managed to drag my wife, then girlfriend, not even fiance at that point. Dragged her with me to kind of do this. And the 2 things that we had to do while we were in Japan is the main reason: one, Wrestle Kingdom, Japanese WrestleMania, January 4th every year. Dragged her to that, made her go. That was her first live wrestling experience. And the quote that made my fucking night was, we finished the show. She was like enjoying it. We were there for it was like an 8-hour thing. It was a long time because we were like for the pre-show stuff. And there was like a battle royal that was in honor of like a former like legendary Japanese wrestler who was dealing with cancer at the time. And it was cool. It was cool to be a part of it, even if I didn't really know what was going on. But we had floor seats. We had like really good spots. Like I was like right where like the heels walk off at the end. I was like right there kind of by the barrier. It's actually kind of funny because like I got to see like Cody Rhodes and like all my favorites there. But one time like Tama Tonga of the Bullet Club, he like walked by and I just go, "Tama Tonga, that's my dad. Are you my dad?" And he just looked at me like, "What?" Just like kind of kept walking. Which made me pop, which is funny to me. But yeah, at the end of that, the Tokyo Dome and the show, Laura goes, "Hey, I think I like that better than Star Wars," which we had just seen like the Star Wars. I don't remember which one came out in 2018, but we just seen it like maybe like a week or 2 like before that.
I think that was Last Jedi.
That would have been the first one.
2018?
No.
Second one?
That was the second. That was Last Jedi. Yeah.
Last Jedi, yeah. So that was that experience. But that was one of the things I wanted to do while I was in Japan, other than like food and silly stuff like that. And I guess onsen was on there, but Laura wanted to do onsen, so that was like a us thing, not like a me thing. But the
onsen?
Huh?
What's onsen?
The onsen is like, okay, so the onsen is like the traditional Japanese hot spring.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
And then we stayed in a ryokan that had our own private onsen on our balcony. So ryokan's like a traditional.
Jiraiya loves all the thing.
What's up?
The hot springs. Jiraiya loves hot springs.
I don't know.
There's no Naruto. Remember, he's not cool.
I know, but am I right though?
I mean, I'm sure you're right.
I'm validating you. You are right.
Thank you. That's all.
All right, cool. But the second thing that I wanted to do, make sure that we do, is we visited the One Piece Tower. And I took some pictures, and I just kind of wanted to freeform, kind of reminisce. And this is another one of those segments where it's just me making Matt and Wes jealous of things they didn't get to do.
Yep.
Here we go.
All right, so
I really wanted to go to this thing.
you know, and you probably will even more after this. Cool. So this is just kind of like the basic picture. This is like Tokyo Tower at the base of Tokyo Tower. Yeah, I mean, this is kind of like it's a big like tourist point in Tokyo. Its whole thing is that it's like made to look like the Eiffel Tower, but a little smaller, and it like has this great like orangish kind of glow that it has at night. At the very top, like up here, is like an observation deck. Like you can look out and just like it's not to do with the One Piece at all. It's just like one of the highest points in Tokyo. You can see like a full 360 panorama of the city. For any point of view, it's insane just how much the city just keeps going. Like when you get to that kind of point in Chicago, like you see like the city, but then there's like an ocean, or you can like see off in the distance where green stuff like is kind of. This, it's just like you look that far and you just see like what appears to be a shitload more of city just going. It was surreal to me. And there's like a mountain in the background, but like there's just like city all up until that point. That doesn't have anything to do with One Piece. It just like is kind of what it is. And essentially this area here is like 3 floors of different One Piece themed shenanigans.
Right there in the middle?
Right here in the middle. So the top floor is like, you can't really tell, but the top floor is like a live theater. There's like a stage in there. There's like big exhibitions and like a couple of like, you can like stand in here and take pictures type of exhibits. The second floor is more of like an arcade. There's like each of the Straw Hats have their different stands and like different interactive things that they have and do. A lot of the activities themselves, I really didn't take pictures of because I was like really just into doing the activities.
You were experiencing it. It's fine.
I was experiencing exactly. There is some pictures I took of some of the stuff, and you'll see them. But like, you know, Brooke had like a haunted house you had to go through, and when you start, you're given like a ball, and it's like a salt. It's a salt in a ball, and you kind of go through, and there's like little jump scares and little spooky things, and there's like one really cool room that was like. The floor and ceiling were mirrors, and it made it seem like it was like a wide expanse that you were stuck in. It was really cool. A lot of very fun, like playing with that kind of thing that they did there. But ultimately, at the end, like a giant, like size zombie pops out and blocks your exit, and you have to throw your salt ball in its mouth so it can be expelled of its like, evil spirits. Very silly, very fun. Definitely for kids. Like
okay.
Okay, cool. So.
No, I was just really hating on the game, but then you said it's meant for kids. I'm like, okay, cool, that's fine.
Yeah, so I'll kind of go through some of these pictures. I don't really know what order they're in per se because I didn't get time to do it. But this one right here, so this is like actually one of the interactive things. So this is Usopp's like slingshot challenge, and so like this right here is like Kabuto. There's like a little stick that goes down here, and this is like the thing you get. I think you got like 7 balls, and you could just like keep firing them and it'll keep coming down for like X amount of time. But essentially how it worked is like you would shoot out each of these things, and then like over this part, like a little like flag would pop up, and then you would shoot the flag, and you're Usopp at Eni's lobby shooting down the flag and playing war on the government. So it's pretty fun. It wasn't like super accurate. I did manage to get like all of these guys knocked down, and then like I just didn't have enough time to knock down the actual flag when I tried it. Okay, let's go back this way. Okay, so this is tiers. So I was telling you guys about this a little bit last week, about how the big exhibit was about tiers, and that was the theme of that exhibit. And so this is like the part in English that it was about. It was kind of about the things that move people's heart. And I kind of talked about it was like a lot of it was like the sadness of tears, a lot of the sad moments that you see. But as you kind of go through it, like a lot of it at the end was like the tears of joy that kind of happened in the show, in the anime. The one that really kind of stood out was, you know, the I want to live, that Nico Robin moment.
Oh, yeah.
It's fucking fantastic. So yeah, that was that. But like it was like a whole thing you walk through, and it was just like amazing. This was, I think, near the end of that. It's just me and like a real tall Den Mushi. That's nothing too spectacular there. But this is kind of cool. There's a collection of swords. This is the area. So, I mean, you got to take a picture of the Toru. This is just fucking amazing. Yeah, I don't know if you can tell, but there's a small one. The small one is right here. And I'm pretty sure this is like a smaller close-up of that one. But I thought it was super cool. Like you can't really tell, but over here was like the Fujitora sword and some other sword. Oh, cool. This one was fun. This was, I mean, I love Law. So this is Law's sword, and then there's Tashigi is up here, and I forget what sword this is. I think it might be. I don't know. Huh?
Is that Ryuma's sword?
I don't think so. The Ryuma's sword had some kind of hilt, and this one's a hiltless sword, so I don't remember why. I want to say it's based off your Basil Hawkins' straw sword, but I don't think that's right.
Mm.
Okay, so just back to moments of tears. This was like a statue, like a pretty much like life-size statue of, I mean, Shanks giving Luffy the thing, but they put this in the way that they had this room, because you're like walking through these exhibits, and like before this, there's like a bunch of just like Luffy and Shanks and stuff to like their bond, and then it just comes to this. And I don't think I got in close because I think there were some barriers on this one, but some of the other statues I got in like really close on. You can really see the details, but okay. So this is what I was talking about, that at the time I had no idea the significance of this.
Oh, right.
We hadn't really gone into like the Goldie Roger pirates, but I knew that was Goldie Roger, and I knew that was Buggy and Shanks, and I was like, oh, let me snap a picture of this, not knowing that this is the full Scopper Gaban, this is Silver's Rayleigh, this is what's his name? Crocus. And another thing is it kind of shows like another dude, like who's this guy over here?
Who is that guy over there in the corner?
I don't know. That's my question. But like I said, like this is all Wano's not even a thought. Like, you know what I mean? Like they just got to Tata Land. Like
yeah,
in the anime, I think a little bit longer. I think Luffy was like in the book jail. I think that's where he was in anime.
Okay. Yeah, in the anime, he would have been in the book jail.
No, in the manga, he was in the book jail. In the anime, they had just gotten to Whole Cake Island.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like We Are Hope just came. Like I remember being in a Don Quixote, like a Japanese like tourist Walmart. I don't know how to describe it. Just like everything, but like bigger.
Like the stores they have in Florida, where you just have a whole bunch of touristy crap.
Like not even though. It's like they have everything from like different types of like Bluetooth speakers to like vapeable vitamins was the thing I saw there that I thought was like insane. Right, yeah, it's like vitamins that you vape.
That's just weed, man.
That's like counterproductive.
It was weird. They even had like this whole like section that's kind of like curtained off, and I didn't really realize what it was until I walked through the curtain, but it's all like adult toys and stuff.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
They had everything.
And then the basement was like just like a floor of just different types of candy. I don't know you guys that well when I went there. But when I came back, like Laura and I bought literally like
every Kit Kat imaginable.
We bought literally like 12 different types of Kit Kats and made little like bags for our friends of sharing like variety packs. Like, because in Japanese culture, and part of why we did it is like you give a Kit Kat as like a token of good luck, Kitsukatsu, good luck. And so it's like it's really common for like students to be given Kit Kats on like their exam week and stuff, just because it's like Kitsukatsu, here's a little bit of good luck for you. Yeah, so that was pretty cool. But yeah, we bought a shitload of those and just made like little baggies and gave them to our friends. Cool. So that was that. So this is this was just like I was in line for something and I was like, hey, this is a cool mural. I should take a picture of this. I'm glad I did. In the Tears X section, this is a hand-drawn cell that Oda drew. It's like a cover page. I don't remember. I couldn't tell you which cover page it is.
It was a while ago.
It may have actually been a preview for is Film Gold. Is that the one at the Pirate Festival?
No, that's Stampede.
Okay, yeah. Then it wasn't for Stampede. I can tell you that. Cool, but yeah, it's just like I thought it was a super cool picture to see this hand drawn in real life, but that was like super cool. So this was going through stuff, and there's like a whole. So for Dr. Chopper's section, you kind of go through like a model of the Thousand Sunny, but you also go through rooms of history. And this one is Nami's map room on Arlong Park. So that was like this room's memory. I don't know how to describe it, but like that's what this room was. And it was just kind of really cool to unexpectedly walk into it like we did. Okay. This one I think was just like the line area to get into the Thousand Sunny experience, but it's just a mural of the Nakama. I thought that was super cool. Okay, and then as we're kind of like going around, Sanji has like a full blown restaurant, but we on our schedule, there's better food than amusement park food. Just throwing that out there. As much as I love animated character Sanji, but he has a small cafe. If you don't want to do the full dinner thing, and you have like sandwiches and little cakes and like bentos and that kind of thing. And we just sat down and had a beverage. And then I thought that the mug that Laura got her beer in was really cool. It was just a nice little cafe Mugiwara. And I didn't show my cup. I guess I didn't take a picture of it. But embossed on this metal mug is like the Straw Hat like logo. This color hat on, yeah. But also just like I kind of low key wish we had stolen this.
People ask.
Yeah, the Cafe Mugi. Because not only is it the Cafe Mugiwara, but you get the little added bonus of having
the
little Viva card. little Aces Viva card right there. So
damn.
Okay, and then of course, like as you kind of like leave the tower and stuff, there's like a big thing you can pose, and it's me posing with.
Did you get to choose who you got to pose with in addition to Luffy?
No, that was just like that was what they had there. That was the display.
It just looked movable.
So like in the top area, like I was talking about, where there's like the live show and stuff, there's like a bunch of stuff you can just kind of sit in. This is me sitting in one of the Admiral's chairs.
I see that.
And one of the things that really kind of blew me away is in my entire time in Japan, I'm actually like bigger than most of the stuff there, like the chairs and like the couches. My feet aren't touching the floor on this chair.
I think that's intentional.
Yeah, but I just could just imagine like someone smaller than me.
Right?
Yeah.
So I'll never be able to sit in that chair and have my feet reach the ground.
Yeah, you will, man. You're tall, like you have that Akainu on you. You have that height. You'll get there.
Right? It'll be a normal chair for you, which is weird.
Yeah,
I love it.
Right. And then there's a part where you're stuck in Impel Down, and they have this little headpiece in the wine glass there, so you get to pose as Azumi.
Yeah.
And then this was just like I said, this was way before Wano. This is like right outside the gift shop, and it's all of them kind of like kimono, low key. They knew where they were going, heading aesthetically. I mean, that's straight up Orobi right there. Like, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That's Bonkichi. Like,
wait, hold on a second. By this point, half of them had been sent to Wano already, though.
That's actually a good point.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's a good point because Frankie and Zoro and Usopp are already over there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay, but still,
real life.
Yeah. Also, just anytime you got Dr. Chopper, I'm gonna be a win. Like
gangster.
I think we had gotten there too as they were doing a big like theme shift in the store too. Because like I think we were there. Maybe we were on 11th. Maybe we were there on this day. I don't know. But like there was like a lot of like cool stuff that was in the store. Let's see which way was it going this way. Okay. Yeah, me and Frankie Super.
Mm-hmm.
Super.
Me and Dr. Chopper. And I don't know if you can tell in the background, but like these are like this is the bottom floor. Like when you first get in, there's like life-size statues of like everyone. You can't really tell because I didn't really like a
I see them.
The showdown. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Zoro and Sanji, and then Brooke, Soul King. Yeah, of course. This was like one with Ace. Like I just thought that this Ace was like so. I thought this was so cool. This is the way that they had all of the fire sculpted. Of course, you gotta have just a good, clean Luffy. Look how like detailed that is, man. Like,
is that life size too?
That was life size, yeah.
Wow.
For me, they had like a Logtown like area. It was a pretty silly one. And this is a live show, so this is just kind of crazy. These pictures are like in action, whatever. But this is a live action Luffy, Sanji, Usopp with a chopper. So Chopper is just like this like stuff.
Little addition on his shoulder. What the hell?
Yeah, but like it's interesting because like how they just put him on different things and places throughout the story. Whenever he moves, he's usually like on like Usopp's shoulder. But like there's times where like put him in different places and he sits there and it fits. But yeah, let's see if I can keep going through.
Now I see. Oh yeah, now I see why that live action One Piece didn't go.
So this is Luffy. Sanji and Nami and like Zoro and Nami. And the thing about this guy, Luffy, I don't know, Dick. I didn't know what they were saying or what was actually going on, but this guy's energy was fucking amazing as Luffy. I
mean, you gotta be a special kind of person to play Luffy.
Yeah. Well, on top of that, like they're doing like three of these shows a day, like 4 on like the weekends. It was like
What?
It's some like it's like up there with like cruise ship like schedules. Like
that sounds like it.
Shows
3 a day, 4 on the weekends.
Yeah, it's crazy. Let's see, and then there's like a memory of Ace, but it's the dude that's Ace, and he was cool. It wasn't like as cool. The way they did like Shichibukai Buggy was fun. So that's Buggy in here, and then there's like just 2 other people that are like handling his hands.
Yeah.
Underneath this giant like comic, and this is like whatever original character. Like if you played a video, I feel like she was in like a video game or no, she was in Stampede. And
yeah, she was. Yeah.
And yeah. She's also in Code Red. Okay, this was a chair that is Kuma's paw. Yeah,
right.
Paw, but they made it a chair.
Does it move? Because it feels like it was going to throw you somewhere.
It doesn't. It just sits there. Like the picture that's up here is like Kuma, like he's about to do something. This way. So these are just like, this was in the tiers section. But there's just like a series of like whiteboard drawings that Oda did that they haven't erased and just mounted. And you kind of see there's just like a bunch of them all over. But this one was super cool. I liked it because obviously it has Dr. Chopper. This was like a random thing for like Frankie's like robot.
I remember that.
Well, the thing that's funny is like this whole thing was like it's off, and it's like you just see Frankie, and it's like push this light to activate powers. But this is the ringer is that they have
classic
Water 7.
Classic.
So that was like Frankie's thing, and then this was from the Usopp game, but the Enies Lobby just like I thought that was a really cool way that they like really put it up there. But again, this is Dr. Chopper from the live show.
He's just up there chilling out when they don't need
DJ. No, he's the DJ, and it's like there's a musical number. And he's the DJ
playing that music.
Okay, and then this is the one in Tears that I've like. This is the one that like the quality is so good. Obviously, it's Ace back in Luffy's arms, but once you get to this, like, so this is the same one, but you get the angle of Ace's face on this. I thought this was so good.
I'm gonna cry.
Yeah. And the whole thing was just tears, and then close it off with this like just final pose of Ace. But those are like the pictures of the One Piece Tower that I kind of like had that I remembered. And I thought they were like super cool, and I just since it's being shut down and it may come back in a different form, in a different way. It may be its own bigger standalone park at some point, but at this point in Japan, like One Piece is transcended, I think, more than that small place that it had. At this point, like when I went, it was a big I think because 2018 they had just done I think the 20-year anniversary of One Piece. And one of the big things that year was throughout the year they were going to be doing unveilings of statues and other One Piece related things in different cities all over the country. And like it was all kind of based on like the region. So like Dr. Chopper had something up in like the Sapporo where it was like snowy. That's where his was. Like Sanji's, I think Sanji's was actually like in the city, if I'm not mistaken. But you kind of get the concept, just like different fun things. Like even like I think it was like in the middle of like Shibuya that one of like the sewer covers was like the Mugiwara logo. Yeah, it's just like cool how like they embrace anime. I think Luffy's the official representative of some smaller town. It's just like it's fun. But you know, even though that the One Piece Tower is gone, the love of One Piece is still everywhere. Still go to Japan. There'll still be things for you to enjoy.
Isn't there like a special One Piece island at one point?
Yeah, there was like a special thing.
Or like island?
Yeah. They even built like a Thousand Sunny, like a ship you could go on.
I thought so. I remember seeing something about that a couple of years ago.
Yeah, but that was that. And just like as soon as this is over, like even though the One Piece Tower may not be there, I mean, I'm going to definitely try to get back out to Tokyo as quickly as I can. So,
yeah, I was supposed to go to Europe this year.
Next big trip. When we travel again.
Yeah, we should do a Melanated Anime Club go to Japan. That'd be a fun.
I'd be game. Especially if it's because I don't know, my first wrestling event, I just remember the smell of urine. So
yeah, there was none of that.
Yeah.
I've been plenty of the urine hot dog smell in indie wrestling shows.
No, I didn't even get hot dogs.
No, my first wrestling show was an NXT show.
That's
it was a house show somewhere, the Portage Theater.
Yeah, no. I think I was there. Was that the one where Finn Balor versus Sami Zayn?
I think so. Yeah.
It
And
was,
we were like standing outside for like a while because they had to heat up the theater.
yeah. Okay. So we were
there. Okay.
So there was 2 shows. There was one at night that sold out pretty much immediately. They made a second show for like 1 p.m. and I managed to get tickets to that 1 p.m. show.
I was at the 1 p.m. show, so we were there. Oh,
wow!
Sliding. So we could have met earlier.
No, like we've gone to at least 2 wrestling shows together, haven't we?
No, we went to
War of the Worlds, right? Didn't you Ring of Honor?
War of the Worlds. It was what was the one with Cody Rhodes?
All Out. All
yeah,
in.
we went to All Out. Yeah, all in. Yeah.
No, that summer that was such a fun summer for wrestling. Me and Swinson, his roommate, like I bought the tickets for like the foreign shows, and he bought the tickets for the NXT like like so I did like the Ring of Honor New Japan shows, and he got the NXT and like the what was that pay-per-view? Money in the Bank, I think maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And I just remember we just had like a summer of just going to like all the fucking wrestling shows.
Yeah, that All In was great. That was our first time seeing like Kenny Omega and like a whole bunch of others. Like it was a good time.
Dude, it was so surreal, that show, because like it was the first time I've been in an arena show that was that big that didn't have WWE on it. So for that alone, and like Ring of Honor and New Japan and stuff would pop up because they help sponsor it, and like this is Ring of Honor champion, New Japan's champion, like that's what they would do. But it wasn't like New Japan branded. It wasn't any big logo on the screen at all times. It was just like All In. And I remember we're in that fucking last fucking row you can be in.
Yeah, we were like in the middle, but it was still great.
But I remember because of that, there was no one behind me. Like there was no aisle behind me.
Mm-hmm.
So I could just have my little vape pen, and I just got fucking stoned off my ass.
Yeah.
And I remember because we're up close to the press boxes too. So I remember we could see. I feel like we saw Macaulay Culkin.
I think so. No, we definitely saw. I thought I remember seeing Stephen Amell at one point.
Yeah, but he was wrestling. He was wrestling that night. But he was also up there, like, because I'm pretty sure when we saw Stephen Amell, we figured that like someone important was in that area. I keep watching. I remember keep looking, and I was like, I'm pretty sure I saw.
Remember that dude that was just like standing behind us, and we kept thinking like he was security for some reason, just because he was like this big dude in a black t-shirt, just like.
No, I think he might have been, because remember there was that guy that was like, I'm about to fall over this ledge drunk.
Yeah, that was a thing.
And like he was like yelling like "fuck you" to like these like little kids.
Wait, the little kids were doing that?
No, there was like a group of kids that were like relatively near us, and like they were cool with us. Like we were like, hell yeah, dude! Like, you know, anytime there's kids, like, I like wrestling, even if you don't like. If you're a child and like you like John Cena and I'm cheering for CM Punk, I'm still not gonna try to ruin your time because I'm not an asshole. Right. But like there was like this like he literally was just like he was just like kind of standing just like the whole time for a while, and he just kept on drinking, and he was like literally we thought he was gonna fall over the railing.
Jeez.
Yeah. But actually, like no, like man, I think within like a year period, I saw like Young Bucks, Cody Rhodes, and Kenny Omega and Cody, like in.
Yeah, you had a binge year that peaked when either it started in Japan or ended there.
No, 2018 was a banner year for me, for sure.
Yeah.
Because that was the year I started off by going to Japan. I ended it living in Hollywood.
Yeah. Like
that wrestling shows.
I'm pretty sure it was a Ring of Honor show, so, and that had the smell.
Oh yeah. You went to one of those Chicago
Fieldhouse.
Yeah,
not at Chicago, whatever it is, South Chicago, wherever it is, way out there by the where the Chicago Fire Stadium used to be.
Wait, which one did you go to? You didn't go to the one in Bridgeview? Or Chicago?
Yeah, that's what he's talking
about. Bridgeview. But before that, they had one at Windy City Fieldhouse years ago. Okay. And that's right there. You know where that is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where's that?
No. Western and Logan.
Oh, okay. Okay. No, I'm thinking of a different place. That's fine though.
No, the place that I've been to too, like that. There's the Windy City one, and then there's the one all the way out in Bridgeview.
Yeah, I've been to the Bridgeview ones plenty of times. Just I was thinking of the Logan Square Auditorium. I'm not thinking of.
I have not seen one there. There was opportunities too.
That's going to be like a smaller indie, like Chikara would run there, and
no, yeah, that's where I was going to go.
I
wanted to go, but yeah, it never worked out.
Yep. All right, well, shit, guys. There's no One Piece this week, huh?
No, but next week though.
We still managed to fill out an hour.
Yeah, we did. We like to talk. Next week.
All right.
I can't wait till next week.
Oh man,
yeah, so hype.
Too long,
dude. I'll be able to fill it with other stuff though.
There's been a bunch of like dumb theories that I've been like reading.
Haven't even done that. Not doing it.
Let me hear.
I'm just gonna go over one of the theories that I've heard, and then one of my takes on what I think of.
Matt loves the theories.
Okay, cool.
So the first theory I've heard of is that Kaido goes full on Vegeta and explodes the moon.
Oh, you mean Piccolo? Piccolo did that.
Yeah, Piccolo did that. I'm sorry. Yeah, so straight up destroy the moon.
That would be One Piece jumping the shark, I feel.
But there's a tag to that theory that Kaido goes up and blows up the moon, and thus Eneru shows up.
See, I knew something. Just so.
Oh my god! Could you imagine?
And then there's another argument that he blows up the moon, but there's 7 fucking moons on this planet.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Hold on. Let me.
7 moons?
Yeah. I'm trying to look. Okay. The theory that this is based off of is when they have what's the name? Nico Robbins Island, right? When Clover's there, and they have the big like globe simulation of everything. Mm-hmm. On the one that is very clearly like the One Piece planet with the Grand Line, there's what appears to be 7 different like moons around it. Including of those 7 moons, one of them is a moon that apparently orbits another moon.
I gotta go back.
I'll get back. I'll go back and find that image for you.
That's serious digging right there.
Yeah. I'll double check that though, but that's the thing. So my theory is this. This is where my unique take is.
Okay.
Everyone's like, oh shit. There's Sulongs. All the minks see the moon and they're gonna go Sulong. Kaido is the strongest creature in the world. What if Kaido is a dragon mink? Would he go Sulong too?
No.
Wait. No. No. Yeah. No.
What if there's a whole race of mystical minks that we haven't heard of before? Like there's mythical Zoans, like there's mythical minks. And maybe that's what King is. He's one of the mythical minks.
I feel like he's a Shandorian.
That would be fun. I actually like him being a Shandorian a lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if there's mythical Zoans, if we've established that mythical things exist. We've seen we've seen a kitsune. We've seen like a shape-shifting fox.
Mm-hmm.
We learned we learned that the Kappa we met is a fishman, not actually Kappa. So there's some weird mix of
turtle fishman.
People have wings in this world.
Turtle fishman, right? What'd you say?
People have wings in this world. Yeah. Skypia?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Shandorians.
No, I thought they were the other people. Wait, King is the people. I thought King is descended from the people that the Shandorians defeated.
Who did the Shandorians
watch Skypia? You're
right. Yeah, it's been so long.
Who do the Shandorians beat?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't think they beat anybody. No, like I remember
because there's the Skypians and the Shandorians.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Skypians beat Shandorians, right?
I mean, in this like metaphor, like conversation.
Yeah, but I don't think anybody got eliminated completely.
No, that's King's a Shandorian.
One of them did get eliminated, but it wasn't in the story. It's Eneru's people, that Sky Tribe.
Oh, that makes sense.
Because there's 3 Sky Tribes, and I'm pretty sure Eneru's from the same one as Mad Monk or Rouge. I don't know, man. It's a lot of lore. We've been talking a lot. How do you guys feel about us wrapping this up and then playing some adventures?
Yeah, but give me an hour.
Good, because you got to get through that mission. So perfect.
Yeah, sure.
Mhm.
But I'm on board for the rest of the day because I ain't got nothing else planned.
Okay.
Well, this has been fuck. All right, I guess before we wrap this up, recommendations and that thing that we normally do.
What have I been? Oh, I started watching Trigun for the first time this week. Well, I've seen it before, but I never like watched it all the way through. It was like I'd occasionally like see like half an episode on like the midnight run of Toonami or something, but it never like really caught my attention. So like I started episode 1 the other day, and I'll be watching that. So watch Trigun, and we'll talk about it.
Yeah, it's been a minute since I watched Trigun. You know, that whole anime subgenre of like space western was like a thing that was like really popular. Trigun, Cowboy Bebop, Outlaw Star. Yeah, we've had this conversation. I think then Outlaw Star is my favorite. I never really bought into Vash the Stampede being that like great of a character.
I know, but like I'm trying to give it a chance.
Yeah, so
it's a great show, I think.
Yeah,
it doesn't be Cowboy Bebop though.
Fair.
No, Cowboy Bebop just has that classic noir, like really deep story kind of feel.
And to me, like
think of Zach Morris.
Kind of, yeah. I can give you that. The thing about Cowboy Bebop is while it was kind of slow, as far as like I like my anime, it had that fucking awesome soundtrack. And
music.
Like, the music of Cowboy Bebop, to me, that was the best part of Cowboy Bebop.
They should make an MMO that's Cowboy Bebop.
I mean, they should.
Or a Monster World Hunter that's like Cowboy Bebop.
Maybe. I feel like you should try the Outer Worlds. Not quite the same, but it does have a little bit of that like exploration kind of like space western feel to it. If you choose to play that route. Cool. And then Matt, you got anything you want to recommend?
Nope, but I'm going to give a definite strong attempt at going into Mashal this week. Yep.
Nice.
That's about it.
It's starting to lose its momentum from like how hype it was at the beginning. It's starting to just become like a story.
Okay.
But what do you expect? Yeah, I get it. All right, and then for me, I have recently started watching Legend of Korra because it's on Netflix as of yesterday. Yeah, today I went live on Netflix, so you can get started on that. Korra's dope. Like the opening she's just very different than Aang, and if you have a problem with that, I can see why, and I can see why you don't like it. But also
issues, but it's good.
Well, like I said, I've only watched like just the one episode yesterday, and like from that, it's like Korra's more anime than Aang and the gang everywhere. So she's like a shonen character. Like she wants to fight, she wants to get stronger, she wants to train. She doesn't give a fuck about you,
too, right?
And she's a teenager, yeah.
Yeah. Like we met Aang when he was like what, 8, 9, 10?
He's 112, but
yeah.
I mean 12. Yeah.
Mentally, he's 12 years old.
He's 12, yeah.
He's 12.
Yeah. So that's like been pretty hype. There's like a shitload of games that are like super cheap on this like PlayStation sale right now. I saw that like I've noticed that they had the JoJo's fighting game for under $10, and I like have half a mind to get it, but like I would have to like probably want to catch up on some JoJo's before I did that because like apparently like Stone Ocean, Joylene I think is in there. Jolene is in there. And that's like manga only.
Oh,
So, like spoilers.
So it's kind of like, and then my friend Andreas, who's a big anime fan, he's like, actually it's to the point where like you'll get like big plot spoilers just on like characters' names and stuff for future stuff in there. So I was like, okay, I might hold off on that. Like the My Hero Academia 2 game I thought was on cheap, but it's one of those arena fighters that's
don't do it.
I wasn't planning on it.
Stick to what you got, man. Stick to what you have.
It loses appeal real quick, and you'll be mad you spent even that little bit of money on it.
Really?
Right?
No, I mean that's how I felt about Burning Blood.
There you go.
I was real hype. Unlocked players got to do their finals like once or twice, and was like, "Oh, okay, I'm done." I don't want to do boss rush mode. That doesn't sound fun. Cool. So that's my recommendation: is get some cheap anime games. Yeah, man, I really don't have like too much more on like the side of anime that I'm like super hype on. I mean, always watch classics. I'm always a big fan of like, I don't know, I need to get back on my Dragon Ball, my quest to watch Dragon Ball all the way through from original Dragon Ball. I'm on like,
That'll take you a couple years.
yeah, I just finished like, I've been going really slow at it too. I've just finished I guess I've finished it, and I guess Goku's like 3 episodes past the tournament where he lost to Jackie Chun.
Oh, okay. So you're about to head into the Red Ribbon.
Yeah, he's starting to deal with Red Ribbon. He's like
that was like my least favorite arc in Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Argument, just like it's not
Yeah.
And it's that if it was a video game, it's that part where you just grind and it becomes boring. Like, yeah, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
After that,
what's up?
After that, King Piccolo picks up.
Yeah, King Piccolo. Yeah, King Piccolo. He that dude. Cool. I can't really think of anything. Movies. I mean, hopefully something cool comes out of this Dragon Ball Fighters meeting web stream tomorrow. I'm trying to think of like what else I hope is going on there. Yeah, I mean, I can't really think of anything. There's like no movies, no anime movies coming up that's interesting.
He's trying to open back up for 15 cents a ticket.
Yeah, I was actually driving.
New Mutants gets released finally 3 years later.
Oh my god!
What is
New Mutants?
Is it really?
Yeah, day one.
Is anyone even hype about it anymore?
No one even knows it's coming. Like I literally saw, like I wasn't even aware that movie theaters were opening up, so I thought it was like some weird bit. But it's like August 28th, New Mutants. Jim is like, why is this on TV? I'm like, oh, y'all are dropping it when no one's going to go see it just to release it. Yeah,
I didn't even know that they could still make X-Men. I didn't even know they could still make X-Men movies.
Ooh, yeah. I mean,
no, that's the thing, because it's just sat on the shelf. It's probably owned by
Sony still.
Yeah, or whoever it they can just release it and make some money off of it.
Yeah, I get it.
15 cents a ticket, get that Rona.
Yeah, I actually was like driving around in I forget where I was. I had to go somewhere that wasn't like where I normally drive, but they still had the billboard up for My Hero Academia Tale of Two Heroes or whatever.
What? Nice.
It was like from like last June. It made me pop. I was excited.
Wow.
All right. Well, shit, guys. That was another lovely episode. As I could say at the end of all of these, we're in a rough time for everyone. I know that I personally have been having a rough go of isolation. It really does feel like all of my friends are in another city sometimes, especially when I see folks go out and have parties on people's rooftops, and I have literally 2 friends in the city here. So yeah, it's kind of frustrating, but it's real easy to kind of go down that path. But honestly, like, got a bunch of cool shit going on for me too, and I'm sure you do as well. And if you can focus on the good things that are going on and not comparing yourself to other folks, that probably will help you, especially in these times, man. I actually have gotten Facebook off of my phone. I really don't ever get on Facebook except to promote this show for like the last like month and a half or so. And I feel like that's gone a long way to helping me get my mind right. So maybe that might be something just to kind of, it feels weird because you're disconnecting from people, especially because, you feel like you're so connected with social media. But in all honesty, you can probably pull out and you're not as connected to people as you think, that you're honestly just being a voyeur into other people's lives more so than you are actually connecting. And we're confusing that. And I think that's part of the issue that's happening. But that being said, take some time, focus on your life. I always say if you can help someone, it'll make you feel better, even if that's just helping yourself. But I'm sure that there's going to be like a family member, a friend, or even a neighbor that might need some help too. And they might even just need to see you helping yourself out to help them get out of their mess. So with that being said, I want you all to have like a great day, a great week, focus on the positives. And as always, let's keep it creamy. I'll take it. All right. Thank y'all. Have a good time. We'll see y'all next week. We'll let you know. Actually, maybe not, because I just got a message that Matt has a conflict. But hey, we might be here in 2 weeks. We'll figure this shit out. We'll catch y'all next time.
みたい歩調緩めた私をすっぽり包み込むわ優しさは言葉にすると嘘っぽくなりそうさりげなく交わす微笑みいつ日々甘さを抑えて時にはそんな気分時にはそんな気分いつIt's